Let's start with the big news of the last 24 hours. Nae'Qwan Tomlin, former Kansas State. I was going to say star, but I don't think star is fair to put on Tomlin. He's not a star. He's a very good player.
Mm.
And maybe he'll get billed as a star because players don't normally transfer on December 12th. But Tomlin is a very good player who can help a very good basketball team get even better. He could honestly make Memphis go from good to great if he performs to his ceiling for the rest of the year. This was the best kept secret or worst kept secret in college basketball. Everybody knew this was going to be Memphis, and the commitment happened very quickly. How big is this for the Memphis Tigers?
I think it's massive because I think you kind of said it in some type of way, but this is a ceiling raising ad for this Memphis team. This isn't just like a team. This isn't just an ad to me that like makes them a little bit better, makes them more competitive in their conference, like that type of ad. This is like an ad that'll win you, I think, 1 to 2 more games in the tournament, to be honest. Like we had our prediction episode, and I think I had like Memphis to the Elite Eight or something like that. Feeling great about that. Maybe even might be time to start talking about Memphis having the ability to go further because of the talent that they have, the older players that they have. I just think that this Memphis team should be taken a lot more seriously, and adding a piece like Tomlin on December 12th, I just don't really think it gets much better than that, to be honest with you. I really like his talent, and he fits really well too with this Memphis team. It's something they need. So great work by Memphis, great work by Penny. Tough loss for Kansas State.
Yeah, he's very, very steady, like very good player. He was in double digits a ton at the end of last season. All of Kansas State's NCAA tournament games, he scored in double figures. He was playing 30 or more minutes in most of those games. And this is a win for Tomlin, too. Like, obviously, this is a win for Memphis. Memphis, sorry. This is a win for Tomlin because Kansas State, honestly, is very bad this year. I know they've been winning some games. I don't believe this Kansas State team is very good at all. I think like they had the comeback win against Villanova where Tyler Perry hit a miracle shot to win the game. But Tyler Perry has struggled way more than I thought he would. And I thought Tyler Perry was going to be not that great, to be honest. I don't think he's very good. He's not shooting the ball well. Kaluma is who he is at this point. I think Kaluma's actually played near his ceiling, and it's still just not enough for a Kansas State team that needs him. So for Tomlin to like kind of avoid that mess. Like they're about to get into Big 12 play, and I think Kansas State's going to have a harsh reality of we're a lot worse than most of these teams. He gets to go to a team that can win their conference. Like Memphis has a lot in front of them right now, and winning your conference isn't everything. But this is Memphis or Florida Atlantic's conference to lose. And regardless of what happens in that battle, Memphis is a team that has a Final Four ceiling to me. I think that was true before Tomlin was added to the roster. I think it's definitely true with Tomlin added to the roster. I think they have answers inside. I think they have a bunch of good guards. I think they're old. Tomlin's also old. They've come from programs that they've been through the ringer, and now they're just like desperate to win. Some of them have won before, some haven't. Tomlin has kind of done both. Like Kansas State was a very good basketball team last year, but he brings experience to a group that already has a ton of experience. The one thing with Tomlin that I didn't realize off the eye test, man, I thought he was a way bigger 3-point guy than he is. He didn't shoot the ball great last year, but when I watch him play, I always think he's a huge threat from outside.
Streaky.
Yeah.
They're just streaky, and I think sometimes selection can be in question, shot selection.
Yeah, but even with it, like we say he's streaky, and then you go look through like the games in his career, he doesn't have a lot of games where he made multiple threes. Like it was shocking to me. Looking back to last year, he only had 4 games all season where he made 2 3-pointers or more.
That's
That's
crazy. That's
crazy.
crazy. That every time I watch him, I think when he shoots a three, it's going in.
I know, which I think like speaks to, who he can be but he does a lot more than just the pick and pop threat, which I feel like in our heads without watching him every single game, we're like, "Oh, he's a threat from outside." But yeah, he's going to plug in really nicely. And you like Javon Quinterly, you said earlier this show, he's been playing great. So, question to you, who's the best player on this Memphis team?
I think it's David Jones.
Quinterly 2,
Probably yeah, Quinterly too.
Caleb Mills 3?
Yep.
When do you get to Tomlin?
Probably around 4.
I don't. Jaquan Walton's had good moments.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This Memphis team has guys.
Yeah, yeah, they really do. Also, while we mentioned Jaquan Walton, I mentioned him in a good way. 4 straight games in single figure scoring from him. Like, I think that it's kind of timely that Tomlin's entering the conversation as we're seeing Jaquan Walton struggle a little bit.
True, but also like maybe addition of Tomlin takes pressure off of like I'm not sure what the order would be, but it's like a that guy as a third or fourth option or as a third option on a good winning team doesn't look great. You put him as like the fourth or fifth option, you're feeling great about it.
Yeah. Does Nae'Qwan's off court stuff matter to you at all?
Hmm?
Does Nae'Qwan's off court stuff matter to you at all?
I mean, it has to matter when, you have a situation like that. I don't know enough about it to comment on it.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that then. Memphis, where does their season end?
Elite Eight.
I like that pick for some reason. I kind of can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm buying Penny right now. I like everything he's done this offseason into the season. And do they win the American?
Yes.
That's where I'll differ. I think Florida Atlantic wins the conference.
It's going to be a fun one to see who does win that.
I can't wait for those games. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for those games. All right, to a second topic today.